You think you can tell the story again that you told a few nights ago at dinner?
I'm 16 years old. I quit school and I'm looking for a job. And there are 4 guys from the neighborhood that are friends of mine that work in a lamp place, making lamps. So they said, if you want to work, come. So I go to work. I'm working there about 3 weeks. I'm making $25 a week. And I give my mother $10 and I have 15. But this week comes and I took 2 days off. So I only have $15. I get paid Friday, 5 o'clock. We're all finished working. And my buddy and I are waiting for the elevator. The elevator takes a long time to come. And these other guys in the job, including my foreman, are waiting. And I pick out a pair of dice and I start throwing the dice. And I start betting with my buddy. And before I know it, the others wanted to gamble too. So I started with $15. I lost 10. I had $5 left. When I pick up the dice and I throw them and I hit 15 passes in a row. And my buddy is betting with me and we win most of everybody's money, including the foreman. Finally the elevator comes. I never had so much money. Here I have $200-300 at least. And I go back to the neighborhood. I'm feeling great. I hang out in the bar with these guys and had a couple of drinks. I'm spending money. The next day, I go down to Eldred Street on the Lower East Side, a place called Newman Brothers, where everybody buys their clothes from the neighborhood. And I buy a suit and a coat. And I'm really feeling great. So I take the next week off. And I'm spending money going to Broadway shows and spending. So I realized I'm running out of money. I better go back to work. So the next Monday, I go to work, and the foreman meets me coming in. He says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I come to work." He says, "Get the hell out of here, you're fired." And so that's the end of that story.
Well, with that luck you had with dice, have you ever tried playing Yahtzee?
No.
You know what Yahtzee is? It's a board game where you have I guess 7 to 16 different dice, and the game is the more you toss the dice, the more you move across the board.
Oh.
I think the game came out in the '60s. You never played it?
I've never played it.
You had kids though.
In the 60s, I'm working. I'm not gambling.
Who said you were gambling? This is a kid's game.
Oh, it's a kid's game?
Yeah.
No, once I got married, I stopped gambling.
Okay.
Well, after that, I'm out of work.
Yeah.
And, I'm hanging around doing nothing. And my mother thinks I'm working because I'm still giving her the $10 a week. And one day I go out, I'm walking in the street. I need a shave. I didn't shave. And I have a red corduroy top on and a leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And I meet a friend of mine. It's just right at the end of World War II. So it's 1946, around December. And he just got out of the Coast Guard. He had served in World War II. And he sees me and he says, his name is John and my name is John. He said, "Johnny, how are you? Are you working?" I said, "No." He said, "Do you want a job?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh, come with me." I said, "I can't go interview for a job looking like this." He said, "If you want to work, you come and you'll get a job." So he brings me to 509 Fifth Avenue, 509 Madison Avenue on 53rd Street, with all these decorating firms where they sell fabrics to interior decorators. And Johnny's in charge of the sample department, and he introduces me to the manager, Mr. Hall. And Mr. Hall says, "You're hired, you'll get $28 a week." I said, "Fine." So Johnny says, "Let me introduce you to the salesman." So I go into the showroom, and the first person I meet is Mr. Willard Parker. He's a short man, about 5'4", with big horn-rimmed glasses. And he says, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you." I said, "Oh, nice to meet you too." Then I meet Jack Cosden. He's about 5'7", bald head, horn-rimmed glasses. Again, so nice to meet you. Very feminine-like.
Mm-hmm.
Third person I meet is Phil Tiltman. He's a Noel Coward type. He had been in show business in nightclubs, but he realized he wasn't going anywhere, so he got a job as a salesman, and he was the head salesman in the showroom. And he's also gay. And he's tall, about 6 foot. And the fourth person I meet is a fellow named Carl Warren. He's about 6'2", blonde, wavy hair, with blue eyes, and very, very feminine. And I shake hands with him, you know. So when I leave with Johnny, I said, "Johnny, these guys are all queer." He says, No, they're just nice guys." I said, "Johnny, are you crazy? All of them are queer." He said, "They're nice guys." I started working there, and I became very friendly with all four of them, especially Mr. Tiltman, which I would go have coffee with him every morning, talking about films and books. And that's in 1946, in December. I became friendly with homosexuals. And in my neighborhood, you didn't do something like that. But it changed my whole attitude towards different people.
In the beginning of the story, you were talking about when you were fired, you were still giving your mother $10.
Right.
Where were you getting that $10 if you were broke?
Gambling.
That's what I thought. I was thinking in my head you were doing something a little bit
No, just gambling.
gambling. You know what the classic racket people do now is to get $10 easily. They will go to one Barnes and Noble, shoplift like 3 books, and go to a different Barnes and Noble to return them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, you're technically not really stealing. You kind of are, but like.
Well, I didn't steal.
Yeah.
I just gambled.
Well, you are returning it to a different franchise.
Yeah.
So it's like.
You're still taking money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get what people are doing. It's like, it's. Anyway, this has been a wrap.
Okay, good.